Howdy. Welcome back to the top 10 albums of Metallica. Continuing with number 6, we have And Justice for All, released in 1988. Your top tracks are going to be And Justice for All, One, and To Live Is to Die. So, Justice was my favorite album whenever I was growing up. When I first started getting into Metallica, really loved the complexity and the messages that this album brings. A lot of themes about rebellion, a lot of themes about just what the government is fucking up, a lot of themes about going against war. A lot of these talking points that James Hetfield writes about with these songs, you can easily translate those lyrics for today's world. It's cool for James' perspective because he was so forward thinking, but it's also kind of sucks because this same shit still keeps on happening. I digress. So this album is not perfect, and you know why it's not perfect, but let's go ahead and get into it. My name is TJ Stevens. This is And Justice for All. An important thing to note about this record is that longtime bassist Cliff Burton had passed away 2 years before the making of this record, which gives us new bassist Jason Newsted. Jason Newsted, you can have an own video for Jason just by himself. I love Jason Newsted, everything that he brought to the table with Metallica, especially his backup vocals. You don't hear that on the album. You'll never hear that on the album, but live, the dude was untouchable. But with Jason, and since he was the new bassist, Metallica, they weren't too kind for him. I think that after Cliff died, they probably waited 3 days before they started auditioning for bass players, which just like, what the fuck? Don't do that. But Jason came in a very unfavorable situation with the rest of the guys just hazing him. Whether it's because, they were young and just they needed to get some frustration out because they just lost their best friend or what, completely inexcusable. And one of the hazing things, one of the hazing rituals that they did was they completely neutered the bass frequencies on this album. Practically non-existent. There's a remastered version on Spotify, but I swear every time I hear it, maybe I just need better headphones, but when I hear this, the bass is still not as audible as I would like it to be. Like, is the remaster in the room with us? Put it back on the shelf. I'm not buying it. So what I like to do is watch this video called And Justice for Jason. I think it's something by Studio, because there's a lot of And Justice for Jason. What it basically is that it takes